everyone, Amanda here. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm here with another video as part of my Just Journal July challenge. This is a self-imposed challenge. It's not a collaboration, it's just me. But if you want to join in, check out the link to the introduction video in the description box below, which will tell you all about what my thought process is for this challenge. So I'm doing about 6 weeks worth of journaling videos back to back. They may not be every day, but there will be heaps of them. As many as I can cram in, and the idea being to get you just journaling. To give you loads and loads of so many ideas that you can't help but try them, okay? I'm doing 2 journals throughout this series. I'm doing a clean and simple journal called The Creative Life. That's this one. And I'm also doing what I call a vintage tatty look journal. And that's called French Chic. Okay, so you'll see videos. One video might be on this journal, and then tomorrow's video might be on the other journal. I'm gonna be, doing them both at the same time, but you can take ideas and inspiration from them both, and hopefully by doing 2 different styles of journal, you'll get some sort of inspiration. Okay, so let's get to the tutorial. I'm going to give you all the information you need, all the sizing, how to resize it, my thought process, hints and tips on matting and layering, where to get inspiration, where I got my inspiration. I'm going to give it you all from A to Z, okay, to make your life easier and help you just get journaling. Sounds really cheesy, like some kind of second-hand car sales advert, but that is really what this is all about. So check out the rest of the video, see what you think, and hopefully it'll inspire you. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to fold my journal out. I'm decorating the cover before I've even put the signatures in. Don't know which order you'll see this video in. So I'll give you all of the measurements, and this cover is inspired by card sketches and scrapbooking page layouts. I don't have a specific one that I can share with you to show you, because it's kind of like I've got inspired by several different ones. And I suggest to you that if you go on Pinterest and type in card sketches or scrapbook layouts or scrapbooking sketches, there's a whole heap of them, and you can just take a little bit of an idea from some of them. In some instances, when, I literally copy a card sketch, I will share that with you. In this instance, it's just inspired. So let's get started. So I'm doing a full backing mat, and this has been cut. Whatever size your cover is, you need to cut it 1/4 inch shorter on both sides. Okay, so 1/4 inch shorter on the width and 1/4 inch shorter on the height. That then gives you a 1/8 inch border, and that's how I do all of my matting. I always cut it 1/4 inch shorter one way and 1/4 inch shorter the other way. So I'm not inking this because I just don't feel like it's necessary. I did ink the parts on the spine and wished I hadn't, so I think I'm just going to maybe not ink anything in this journal. I don't think it's necessary. The colours are lovely. So plenty of glue on, and get that on. Okay, you don't have to copy mine, go and have a look and get your own ideas from card sketches and scrapbooking page layouts if you don't like mine. Okay, I think I might have cut this piece a little bit wonky. I've not quite got an even border all the way around, but never mind. It will do. Okay, it is fine. So my next piece, okay, measures, and I've cut this. So we're going down in nice even increments. That's kind of the style of scrapbooking and card layouts. You go down in increments. So whatever this is, the height of this again is 1/4 inch shorter. So this measures, for example, for mine, it measures 8 1/4, because my book is 8 1/2. So then the next one would be 8. So you're going down 1/4 inch, okay? And then for the matting layer, you're going down another 1/4 inch. And I've done this 3 inches wide by 8, so that makes this 7 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so we can glue that on. That's that bit done. Okay. So quite easy to follow. Always just going down in 1/4 of an inch increments. Okie doke. I'll get that on as nice and straight as I can, but if it's not perfect, I'm not going to throw a padder. Okay. So I'm just going to set it to one side. I'm not going to glue it yet. And then this piece, I have cut 1 inch shorter than this one. Okay. 1 inch. So this one measures, let me remind myself, 8, and this one should measure 7. Yeah. So whatever that one is, this one is 1 inch shorter. And I've done it 2 1/4 inches wide. So that means that this is going to be 2 inches wide by 6 3/4. Okay, because we're going down 1/4 of an inch. Glue it on. So I'll show you all the pieces and then I'll show you how we're going to arrange them. Okay. I do suggest that you always have, for these videos, you always have a pen and paper or pencil and paper ready so you can quickly write the measurements down. Okay. Okay. You can always rewind it and listen again. So that's those two. Then I've got one of the Polaroids. So these are a fussy cut element in the collection, and I've cut them out. I've made sure that they're an even size. So I've cut them down to, this one is actually 2 3/4. This is the paper layer by 3 1/2. So then to back on the cardstock, it is 3 by 3 3/4 again, so that you've got a nice 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay, so in that instance you're cutting that out and you're cutting your cardstock 1/4 of an inch taller and 1/4 of an inch wider. Okay, you're doing it the other way around, but it's always the same principle. So we've got that, and then here I've got a banner layer. So the cardstock starts at 6 inches. Okay, mine started at 6 inches, and then I've used a banner punch, which I know takes a little bit off. And then I've done it by 2. So this one would have been 5 3/4 by 1 3/4. Use my banner punch and they layer in nicely. You can cut them by hand, super simple. Okay, if you don't want to do that exact measurement, the idea is that it's going to protrude onto there with a small gap and go all the way across the book, all across the cover. Okay, so if you wanted to work out your sizes, you're going to glue that on with 1/8 of an inch border, and that's going to have a small border at that side, and it's going to overlap. Okay. Right, so then what else I've done is, I didn't want the word The Journaler, because this is my front cover. I wanted to have a Creative Life. So I've taken the word Creative Life from the collection, I've cut it out and I've backed it on black card so I can glue it over the top. So I'll do that now. Because remember, if you don't like something, change it. Simple. Make it fit you, what you're wanting to do. Okay? I've not cut that perfectly straight, but never mind. It doesn't matter. And then I've taken one of the fussy cuts, and this is it's like a mason jar with brushes in. I've fussy cut it out, then I glued it on cardstock on a piece like that was big enough, and then I've cut around it again. I don't have electric cutting machines, so I do everything by hand. I just do it slowly and carefully. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, okay? Right, so now we're going to layer these. Oh, I need to glue this on, don't I? Okay. Because, yeah, I wanted this one to have, you know, like a card layered or scrapbook layered kind of a look. And some of the pages will be similar. We're going to use card sketches for inspiration. So that's all of my pieces prepared. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on this, but I'm not gonna press it. I'm going to put glue on, okay, all the way around. put plenty on so it doesn't dry out too quick, but you don't want it splodging. Then we're going to lay that towards the right hand side with that lovely 1/8 of an inch border. But I'm not going to press it down yet, and I'm going to quickly glue this one, okay? Because this is just going to tuck ever so slightly underneath that one maybe, all right, to get the layers right. And if you do it quickly, you've got time to move. So this one wants to go in the centre of this one, and I'm just going to lift that up. So in the centre. Okay, and you want to press it. So see how you've got your black border there? You want the paper layer to push up against that black border, so you've not got a double black border. So you're just tucking it under ever so slightly, the width of the black. Okay? Yeah. So then you've got nice layering, and you've not got double black layer, a double black line, if you know what I mean. All right, and I'm centralising it, and I've got a nice border there. Let me just move that over a little bit. Okay. While my glue's still wet, I can position it where I want it. So I've got a slightly wider border here than I have here, but that's what I wanted. So now I can glue the banner. And we're going to glue it about 1/3 of the way down, because I don't want, if I do it halfway, which is what your brain would tell you, you're going to cover up all of the, I'm going to cover up all of my rows, okay? I don't want to do that. And I just fussy cut that from one of the background decorative pages, and I just focus in on the image that I want. So I'm doing it about 1/3 of the way down, okay? So before that dries, I'm going to glue this one. Okay, so then I've got time to move them about and get them in the right position. Okie doke. So this one is going to layer over that one. And is that about right? Let me just have a look at my embellishment. Yeah. So what I'm looking for here with this one is I'm looking for an even border down that lilac one and along the bottom, okay, to position this card. So that's what I'm doing there. All right, it doesn't really matter, you can put them where you want, but you know, if you want a pleasing to the eye kind of look. So now I'm happy with those, I can press all of that, okay, get that pressed down and commit. Then I'm going to get my embellishment, I'm going to add my glue, and you could use any embellishment, see what you like, see which ones you like, see which ones fit in with your layout that you've chosen. If you're doing the same as mine, choose this one because it fits nicely, because you know, I did a bit of planning and had a look and see what I liked, and this looked the nicest. So this here, the way it's cut, will just tuck, and you can just put that bow just, in fact I can just about cover up where I've cut that wonky, and just have it overlapping onto my sentiment ever so slightly, so that it's within that banner there, or flag, or whatever you call them. Okay, I've got a nice increment here at the bottom. It's nice and straight. It's overlapping there a little bit, so it's giving interest, and I'm happy with that, and I can commit. Okay, give it a press, leave it to dry, and there you have got a lovely scrapbooking layout inspired cover for your journal. And I think that is really, really lovely. Okay, I might add some gems here if I can find some, and I did think about adding a, I don't know where it's gone, a tab. Where has it gone? I don't know, but I had like a page tab, and I was going to put it at the top of there. I decided it didn't look right, but you know, you could do other things if you so desired. If you've got fancier die cuts than me and things like that, go for it. Okay, but I think that is a lovely, tidy, neat, crisp, clean and simple layout for a journal cover. And then I will decorate the back with this same paper cut to the same size. And there we go. Easy as pie. And what a lovely cover is that. So I hope that that's given you some ideas. I have layered some, oh, there's the little tab. So I was going to put like a little page tab at the top of there, but it didn't look right. Okay. So I've layered some more of these. I've printed some in normal size, some 2 to a page, back them with card, and I will be using those in the journal pages for some more layouts. So, you know, if you've got a bit of extra time, maybe you might want to do that. Print those 2 to a page, get yourself a stack of them, ready for making embellishments, etc. in another video. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.